Hey, Minnie! How you doing? It's working now, that's what counts. Alright, let's do this. Let's play some Sinking City, everybody. Boop. Make sure the video's the right. I was playing some Sinking City earlier and having a grand old time. It's possible I forgot to turn off my fan and it's blowing directly on my microphone. If you guys hearing a lot of background noise, just give me a heads up and I will fix that. But if not, I'm finding the fan very refreshing. So if you can't hear me at all, I will absolutely turn it down. But I do need to know. Merci in advance. That's how French people say thank you. Unless they're rude, in which case they don't. Although I have no reason to believe that that's endemic of French people. So, here's the issue I've got in the game. Now, I've been told to go to the graveyard to meet somebody. And the game has not told me on the map where the graveyard is. Now, were this set in a real city, I could ask literally any person in this town, oh, where's the graveyard? And they would just tell me. But because this game is a ridiculous... In this game, it's a ridiculous ordeal to get any information out of anyone ever, and you have to do the exact right thing in the exact right time. I don't have the chance to do that. Here's a fun fact about it. See this area up here? You'll note. Let me just show you the case in which I'm supposed to go there. So here are the cases I'm working on. Field research. I'm supposed to go find out about monstros. Okay? So I go to the map, and I'm like, oh, where's the map? Eastern Reed Heist, Willow Line, between Harold Street and Bullock Street. Okay. So I found Willow Line. It's between Harold Street and Bullock Street. Oh, screw you. So I got really confused about this earlier. Because I thought that, alright, you know what? No point in me complaining about it now. Problem solved. But, I am very annoyed. Let's go there and kill a monster, shall we? I mean, since we're at the save point anyway, the teleport point anyway. I am really, really embarrassed that I spent the entire game not realizing that that was there. Also, there's only 4 kinds of monsters in the game. And 2 of those kinds of monsters, I guess 3 of them actually, have like sub-varieties. But still, there's only like 4 types of monsters in the whole game. There's this whole north part of the city that is frustratingly off limits. Also, whenever you finish teleporting, it takes you a good 10 seconds to load the map, which is just baffling to me. Because you, like, use the map to teleport? Why would they unload that from the game's... Why would they unload that from the game's memory? My shotgun ready to go. Sorry, lady, I didn't mean to... Well, that doesn't look good. Making everyone happy, they put a creepy Watson joke in the game. Is this it? Is this the restaurant? And you're not going crazy, those are pretty huge frame rate issues. It happens whenever the game is loading a inside area. Instead of just pausing to load... Uh-oh. Instead of just pausing to load, the game just kind of skips a little. God, there's more of them. So some weird-ass creeps. But they're dead now, so I'm happy. Count Ugolino. Okay. So that's a lot of blood. Some might say a troubling amount. I don't know if I'd go that far. Yeah, they're cutting people up to make pies.
These aren't your typical kitchen utensils.
I guess we all knew that was coming, but oof.
I don't think the health inspector will be pleased.
Ah! Yeah, unfortunately, it's a third-person shooter where you can't, like, switch side which side you're aiming over. Did I hit him there? Alright, let's finish this off. No more screwing around. Sorry, Count. That is the H.P. Lovecraft thingy. Jesus! You got a pen over there?
No. Oh, yes.
Merci beaucoup. Ah.
Stole the other pen from me.
I did. I'm a monster in many ways. That being one of them. Alright, so we've killed one cannibal. I have to keep I'm doing a video about all the people you have to kill to beat the game. So, yeah. Brown to the pinwheels? I mean, I knew I was specifically going to this place to investigate a cannibal, but even after doing it, like, yeesh.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
So apparently the Gugs did not mind, you know, keeping that guy alive if he gave him food. Good to know about Gugs. That's awesome. That's Fahrenheit, Hans. This is America in the 1920s. They'd never heard of Celsius. Oh. Oh, really? Who the hell were you working for there, buddy?
These aren't your typical kitchen utensils.
They're honestly not that different. Let's see if there's any more evidence to check out. So he interviewed her here, stabbed her, tossed the body downstairs, and then went from there because he's a creep. So one issue with the game, there really is a problem with them only having like 6 houses and just using them over and over and over again. Uh-oh. So it was the police chief covering up. Surprising nobody. Okay. So that raises the question. Are they saying that the mini wild beasts grow into those Gug creatures by eating a lot of human flesh? Not me, Hans. Alright. Ah, okay. Alright. I did kill Joseph Hall. Maybe I shouldn't have, but he was a mad scientist. And I didn't approve. Let's go see the doctor, then we'll go continue the plot. Hey, Hylian, what's up? I hope you're having a grand day. Yeah, hello, Pug. So, Doctor, as I understand, you need to hear more about my research. My research into the boogans that have infested your town. Allow me to help. Oh, that's terrible. I hope it's nothing too serious and that you get better soon. I'm still not, Hans. Salad. The crunchiest treat. Oh, that's embarrassing. I guess I forgot that was 200 degrees. I almost feel like it should be, you know, higher. If there was some method by which I could help you, I would, but the game allows for no interaction.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. Call it good grief. What happened? The cook was mad. Cannibal was jumping monstrosities. That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite. Many of you suggesting it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific trip. These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Western
Oh, wow.
we've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts? Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
Why would you eat salad before your meal? Salad is fiber. You eat it after a meal to help with digestion.
It would cause mass hysteria.
Seriously, never eat a salad before a meal.
I must insist you keep all this confidential. And I will.
Yeah, everybody does.
We must prepare our
Because they don't know how the digestive... and everyone has digestive problems. I have no digestive problems. Seriously. Heartburn isn't a digestive problem.
Well, I have no digestive
Oh, and you eat salad after dinner.
Well, yeah.
There you go.
That's because that's when you bring me the salad.
Just as a general rule, people, eat your salad after your meal. It's fiber. It helps you digest. Eating it first. I swear there were two people on top of each other just then. Anyway. Yes, really, Maddie. I don't know why everyone gets this wrong. Also, if you want to have a light dessert after dinner, salad clears your palate so you can taste the dinner far better. Sorry, you no longer taste your dinner when you're having dessert. In every way, salad should be, in every plausible way, reasonable way, salad should always be eaten after dinner, not before it. Unless you have a lot of dressing on your salad, which I don't get either, but there you go. That makes sense too, Hans. And what you gotta remember is salad essentially doesn't have no calories, but it has essentially no calories. So have some meat, fill yourself up, then just nosh on some salad later if you're still snacky.
Or fruit.
Alright, this looks like a cemetery, right? There's angels over the gates. Okay, this is definitely the cemetery. Hey, who's this weirdo? Hey, buddy.
Good day to you, kind sir. I hope the angels will be more merciful to you than they were with me.
That's exactly right, Hylian. Always stretch after exercise.
Something
That
happened.
is true.
Some Danes robbed
See, people do
banks
stretching
and
as part of their
some
warm-up. No, your warm-up should be whatever exercise you're planning on doing. Do a light version of that exercise until you're ready to do the heavy exercise. Then when you're done, stretch. Otherwise you're gonna pull your muscles.
I can help you.
Oh, thank the angels, kind sir. And you don't need to muck up your suit-lugging bodies round, sir.
Will do. That's the one that blew my mind, Hylian, when I learned it. Alright, we got evidence.
Sure weren't ordinary grave robbers.
Uh-oh. So I just have to figure out who took out that book.
They sure weren't ordinary grave robbers.
You definitely shouldn't, Maddie. Stretch after the workout. That way, when your muscles have been completely, broken down by the workout, at the end of it, you stretch them out. So when they regrow, they grow in a new, more limber form. I mean, you're young enough that it doesn't matter right now. You're very resilient, but if you want to get stronger and more limber, that's the faster way to do it. And so where are the rest of these graves? That makes sense, Hans. You do not have to do heavy stretches in my experience before swimming, but I'm only talking about my personal experience. Anything you need to do to keep from cramping while swimming, you do. So that doesn't look like a graveyard. That is a lot of dead whales.
Cramp while swimming.
Ew.
Ever.
Eating these whales.
Like ever.
It's something you should try, Maddie. I think it'll help. Ah, there's the stairs. And where are the rest of these robbed graves? Oh, hello. Ew.
citizen.
Well, that's rough. Kirilo Kuznetsov. Okay. Something tells me these are people who worked on the game. I don't know why I'm even pretending to question that. Obviously, these are people who worked on the game. There is a climb button, not a jump button. It only works when in places you can actually climb. If I got any damage? I do. Well, that's a dead body.
All these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast.
Yes. Oh, crap. Ow! Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, good. A teleporting spitter and a giant abomination. Luckily, these guys have a very specific area they think of as their territory, and they will not chase you out of it. Ah! And their stomp attack really does not have particularly long range, so that's good. So, Tommy gun? I feel like Tommy gun, right? Tommy gun. That was effective.
The blood is almost soaked into the soil.
Yeah, so it's got
These bites are
the biggest issue with the detective part of this game
His death wasn't fast.
is how weirdly difficult it is to find the detective points you need to look for. Because they don't glow in detective mode. Like, dude, just make the stuff I need to interact with glow during detective mode. How hard is that to figure out? Every game since Batman Arkham Asylum has figured that part out. This doesn't feel super safe.
The coffin was barely covered with dirt. The gravedigger could do a better job.
I think you mean could have done, but whatever.
The coffin was barely covered with
Okay,
dirt.
well,
The
whose
gravedigger
grave
could
is
do
it?
a better job.
Edgar Taylor, okay.
Scratches are fresh. Looks
Oh
good from the
no.
inside
He's a
out.
ghoul, everybody. That's true, Hans. So yeah, every single grave in this place is the one of the developers or just an employee of the studio. So where are these 5 fingers I was told about? The game is like, go find graves in the arrangement of 5 fingers. And I'm like, great, I would love to do that. What the blank do you mean by that? Five finger-shaped stones. Anyway. Maybe I should go, yeah. Man was buried alive, ran from his grave, and got eaten by monsters. This game's pretty bleak at times. Real talk question. Is there ever going to be a mystery game better than Return of the Obra Dinn?
Yeah, you left that thing.
I don't know if anybody else is going to manage that. It is a magnificent accomplishment. So let's craft some machine gun rounds. Thank you. So does anybody see anything that looks like 5 outstretched fingers? Because that's what I'm looking for. A circle of outstretched fingers, 5 of them, and inside... Is that a finger? No. Inside a tomb, there will be a way to go down to a pit that has more... Ah, there it is. Okay, this wasn't as difficult to find as I thought it was. And now I see the outstretched fingers. Okay. This is not the chore I thought it was going to be. Considering that there might be some kind of an endgame sequence at the bottom of this pit, I'm going to save here, and then we'll go do the corpse finder thing. You can only save 3 manual saves. I don't know if I approve of that. Actually, what the hell? Let's see what's down here. It might not be the end of the game yet. I mean, she's just going to tell me how to get into the Lost City of the Damned. Yeah, Obra Dinn was the best. It made me so inconceivably happy. I'm not going to say something crazy like, it's a perfect game that can't be equaled, but, you know. In a very real sense, it was a perfect game that can't be equaled. And again, I would play 50 more games with that premise. Sorry, maker of Papers, Please, but your masterpiece is Obra Dinn, not Papers, Please. So yeah, there are vents here that can damage your suit.
So, Rainier's not the only visitor at this sunken tomb. This masterfully cooked.
Okay, that was bad. Just gonna patch up my suit. Get back to it. What the hell? I am not standing on a... was I standing on a vent? Sorry. Alright, I don't bring the... Why don't I bring the head with me? Last time I found a head like that, I needed to break it with me to finish a statue to complete a puzzle door. Well, not really a puzzle door, just slightly open a new area. Frankly, there wasn't even much behind the door. The whole thing felt like a waste of time. I'm just getting my ass kicked by these steam vents. Not 100% sure how my vent suit works, but I love that it's self-contained, seemingly years before that was a thing.
Something feels wrong with this statue. There's no trace of seaweed on it.
Well, let's shove it then. Oh, I can't?
Wrong with this statue.
I just have to make it disappear using psychic powers. That works too. So we're finally going to fight an underwater boss? That hasn't happened yet. There have just been like giant mean-looking fishies and kind of tentacles that burst out of the ground. We haven't had to do any boss fights while underwater. Ah! You appeared out of nowhere, didn't you? I keep shaking your head, freak show. Seriously? Okay, so Lucas Pope understands how great Obra Dinn is. That's what I want to. That's what I wanted to hear. The best game of 2018, even better than Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, and that's saying something. I'm glad he had that kind of confidence in Obra Dinn. Because, come on. That's obviously the best game. Hey, buddy! What's up? I killed that wizard like you wanted me to.
He's dead.
What's marked, man? Ask and she will answer. Stop the cycle like the cab before.
What lies beneath this city? Tell me about the ruins.
A temple, a prison, a cradle of old care, a dark pit speaking with many voices.
How do you know this?
She asked the dead who came before her.
Tell me how I can enter the temple.
You must find the secret seal, the key to the monoliths.
This one?
Yes, yes, fate is kind. Now listen well. You have seen the great stone in the city center?
How do I open the gate on the monolith?
You must search for a hollow, craving to accept the seal.
And that's it?
No, the seal is incomplete. You must gather 3 cave fingers growing on the 3 monoliths.
So I've got to find pieces of 3 monoliths.
She doesn't know. But every cycle the fire servants gather.
They're fire servants.
How can I stop the madness that seeps from below? What waits for me down there?
You will find out when it is time. Her marked man descended, and the Katiganar slept.
And
Well, that's not pleasant.
you say there were others before me.
Marked men and women and things that went before.
Why do you call me marked?
You bear the touch of old Kay. You see more, feel more.
I just need to find the fire worshippers, then gather the 3 cave fingers to complete the seal. I suppose you could.
She wishes you the wisdom to choose what must be chosen.
Farewell. I don't know if it's possible.
Oh, she will enjoy it. But must change.
Okay. Problem solved. So now I just have to find, I don't know, some kind of a transformation deal. Fire creatures. Alright, so. Oh, so now the moment I want to, I can start the final part of this story. Nice. It's weird that I don't have to go and get the 3 monolith pieces before starting the final mission. I guess finding them is part of the final mission? There's a lot of evidence of human sacrifice down here. Also, fresh human sacrifice? Like, what's going on there, guys? So yeah, it turns out the movie National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets was right. There were Mayan ruins beneath American cities. Who would have thunk it? And now, time to make a quick escape. Dear God, this game suffers from terrible loading times. Yes, and those vulnerable spots generally glow orange or yellow, just to make it easier to shoot. And know where to shoot, I suppose. Yeah, the game has automatic reloading, but thank you. For, you know, condescending. Oh, so the place I needed to go was directly above the very start of the cemetery.
Your cemetery is almost sunk. Half of
They were dug up by some people. That's bad. Others are sunken. We must not touch what was taken by the mayor. The waters were cursed.
Gotcha. Hey, Ahmad.
Well, tough times have come, I say.
I agree with you, buddy. Okay, that was a little weird having the coffins stand up as I get next to them. Think that was a glitchy answer, or was that a oof. Was that glitchy, or was that them trying to creep me out? Because it was a little creepy. Ah, perfect. It's true, going up 100 meters that fast doesn't seem like it would be incredibly safe.
How fast?
Using balloons to take you up from the bottom of the from 100 meters down.
100 meters? It's not great.
I wouldn't feel great about
100
it.
meters not that far down though, so.
Good to know. Alright, Devil's Reef Hotel. Now we're free to
It
save.
occurs to me the person to ask is,
A diver I know, yes.
yes, her actual, screen name.
Yeah, the question is, though, it was a full pressure suit. So, yeah. I'm sure it works differently than if you're not in a full pressure suit.
I think they do.
Oh, Sithganar. Or Cthiganar. Cthiganar? It's a rough one to say. Now y'all can see my Plague Doctor outfit. Uh-oh. Oh, he's back. I murdered him earlier. But he's back. Never trust a sorcerer, everybody. Well, that's a lot of blood on the walls. Even by this game's standards. Uh-oh. I think it's fair to say that things have gone awry. Oh, was that just a fantasy? Apparently, that is a big-ass crab. That might have just been a fantasy I was having.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Alright, good point. Soon enough, Hans. They hanged him the same day? Oh, God. Maybe I shouldn't have framed him for murder. Wink. I mean, I did frame him, but, I don't feel bad about it. Aww. Alright. Doctor's Boston to fix me. Okay. Wow. They did their best to drive you crazy. Aww. Ooh. Nice. Plague Doctor. I'm sticking with my natty dreads, everyone. See, the joke there is that people used to say natty threads, and so there was a song saying natty dreads as a reference to that? No? Okay. Alright, since Dark Age for the Age of Man, Thiganar, Last Earth Crown, the Eldritch Prison Rest, Dreamer's Hidden Daughter, Bounders, Alright, good to know. Let's save and see how we can keep the end date times from coming about, shall we? Yeah, I know. Good to know. Alright, how do I prepare? You said I'll return to my room and prepare for my trip to Cathiganar. Oh, okay, here we go. Holds the daughter. Gotcha. I'll need to seek out the fire worshippers. Okay. So what you do to seek out fire worshippers is you go to the police station, and this is the awkwardness of this game. Every time you want to find out what to do next in a case, as a general rule, you have to go to one of 5 research hubs. And from the research hub, you go and you read through some files, and then the files tell you where to go. Now I know what you're thinking. Couldn't they have just told you where to go and not make you do a loading screen to get there, and then walk for a minute to go to the files, and then fiddle with the file thing, and then walk back to a phone booth, and then do another loading screen to get to the place you wanted to go to? Yeah, they could have. They didn't, though. And that's really going to hurt this thing when it comes to ratings. Yay! Alright, so I'm looking for property crimes. Suspects. Criminal pattern. Alright. That's wrong. No? Maybe witnesses? Wait. No. Oh, maybe it's instruments of crime because it's fire? Huh. Okay. Up until now, I've been mildly annoyed by this system. Okay. Alright, maybe I have to go to the central monolith? Where's the central monolith? It's got to be here in Advent, right? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we'll go here first. And then maybe once I get there, there'll be a clue about how to track down the other ones. Because I thought, oh, you have to seek out fire worshippers. So go to the police station and look for arson records. What if it's not the police station? What if it's the newspaper? Huh. Alright, I'll go to the newspaper just for fun. Before I go through that. Excuse me, before I go through the quick travel. Still, it's very frustrating. The game does not feature an elegant investigation system, and that's the nicest thing I can say about it. Hey, buddy. Luckily, I haven't taken to just shooting people in the street. The city hasn't driven me that mad yet. Okay, here we go. Obviously after the flood. Commoners. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was going to work, but it did. Now I look like a dummy who wastes everybody's time, not just my own. I love that they think that that telling you which item you're supposed to have your hand when you do research, right? That counts as a hint. Like the more difficult version of the investigation modes seem like ridiculous slogs to what's already not fantastic. Let's do this. God, these loading screens. Nice work, dude. So where's this monolith? Oh, it's literally right there. You can't miss it. Gotcha. There's a picture of some kind of a torture victim. That's not fantastic. Alright, so how do I get to the place in this monolith where the rest of the stuff lies? Hey, fire worshippers. What's up? Do you want to have a No, you don't. Maybe they'll just tell me where the other fire worshippers live?
Those who are pure shall rest by his feet, and their souls will rejoice, and they will sing forever among the angels.
Good note. What I need is directions. Directions. Yeah, I hear you there, Hans. It could get frustrating at times. And that's basically perfect. Alright, here we go. St. Michael's Church of the Burning Bush. There we go. That's one.
The lid's not closed tight.
Okay. Weird that they're doing the whisper and screen warping stuff when I'm not currently insane. Hey there, lady.
You scared me,
My name's Charles Reed.
Mary, but just call me sister. We're all family.
You seen a place on this monolith with a piece of stone. I couldn't see anything on the outside.
Oh, I know what you speak of. It's at the bottom of the basement.
I
What
see.
happened here?
The cleansing. This cycle has come to its end.
Wait. You mean
With joy. Joy. We have waited, and we will be reborn in a new world.
Huh.
how do you know?
If the cycle doesn't restart, then we are truly blessed. For we'll avoid the great calamity. We are not reborn.
Makes sense to me.
The seed has succeeded, and the daughter is free.
You're a fire worshiper, yeah? You know which of them are.
Why do you...
It's where I need to go.
Boom.
It's you. Kay Bless. Father Nicholas knew you.
What are you talking about?
Angels would whisper to us in our sleep. We had to listen to them, remember them, also you can find what you seek.
Okay. Does that mean
Me? No. No, I dreamed you. His notes are hidden downstairs, so that only you may find them. Take the key to the vault.
what are you planning to?
It is the cleansing, yes.
That seems like an awful way to die.
I am not scared of pain.
Oof.
You might want to think about it. Scream.
I hope I've talked her out of burning herself, since I'm gonna stop the end of the world after all. Apparently we got a trophy, hopefully, for talking her out of burning herself. You know what? I'm gonna say it. That is the kind of behavior we should be giving out trophies for. Stopping people from burning themselves alive. Oh, right, it was scrap metal. So, I understand the key is downstairs. Oh no, it's this altar. Okay. I understand completely, and I'm excited to be a part of this. So, what are the odds there's some crazy cuckoo monsters down there in the basement, given that they just loaded me up with ammo? There you go. Alright, looks safe.
Lucid dreaming, dream wandering. Someone's been studying hard.
So much gunpowder and shell casings. A 4440, you say? Uh-oh. Of course, a dude also snuck up behind me. Sneaked up behind me? Well, either way. It's called stun locking, you dick. And I'm awesome at it. Did that guy just fall into the ground? Oh, he's the shadow teleporter deal. Yeah, I hate those guys. What? What does it look like? The human blood is to find treasures of the ones who are not human anymore. Gotcha. The first stone will drop shadow on his dwelling. 3 lives take their start among the iron horses in the shadow of the second stone. The waters will wash away the first blood they spill. So, iron horses seems like a train yard. And it's in the shadow of the second stone. Okay. The human blood is to find treasure. Okay, the first stone will drop the shadow on his dwelling. So there are people who are not human anymore, and the shadow will drop the stone. Will drop the shadow on his dwelling. So first stone near a monster house, second stone near a train yard. Yeah, I've often not been clear on which of those is correct. We can all agree on what sounds better, sneaked or snuck. But I don't know that sneaked isn't correct. Oh, hello.
It depends. I've looked it up because it drives me crazy when
As it should.
Because I think the past tense is snuck, not sneaked.
But it's actually sneaked.
No, it's both.
I hate that.
Depends on regions. Both are correct.
Wow.
Because I was like, no, this is wrong. It's snuck, and it's both are correct.
Are modders the great heroes of our ages? Probably. Okay. That would be great. Let's restart that cycle, buddy. I don't want to get blown up any more than you do. Okay. Boom! Stone tentacle. You think? Oh, hello. Mr. Birdie. What do you have to offer me as advice? Nice.
Looks like this was left for me.
Okay. Once the water rises, he will divine in human treasures never before seen, drawing crowds and acclaim to his humble abode. Many shall praise him, transcribe his words, and share to face his paper. Seek the monolith that far hides under the sea, desires under the azure cloak. Gotcha. Into Oakmont with disciples 3, each identical to the last. They shall enter the world at an uncertain hour. As the first young citizen of Oakmont after the waters rise, seek the monolith for it holds which sea desires. That's still not super helpful, guys. These are very baffling clues. Nice on a bridge. What are you, what's the gig for, if I may ask? Sorry, where is the gig, if I may ask?
Sleeping draft. A strong one.
Ah, so you can more effectively, enter the dream world and get clues. I feel like the visual for you can go into detective mode to find something isn't like clear enough. The tiny little white at the corners, but there you go. No, that is fantastic.
Lucid dreaming, dream
Did
water.
I miss anything in here?
Someone's been studying hard.
Because it doesn't say I got all of the evidence, just the key evidence. And I guess it doesn't really matter if you've got the key evidence, but I am curious as to what I missed. Hey, lady.
Forgive me, my weak-willed brothers and sisters. I could not follow you. Forgive me, my weak-willed.
Do you want to chat about that, or no?
I could not follow you.
Trust me, lady, it's for the best. Nice unabridged. I glanced down at your thing and it looked like you said 51 years of experience. And I'm like, I feel like the timing of that. Okay. So I need 3 triplets. Shall be driven disciples 3, each identical to the last. They shall enter this world in an uncertain hour as the first young citizens of Oakmont after the waters rise. So after the flood, triplets, when they were born. That's what we need to go and research. That's not a terrible description, I've got to say. Alright. Monolith 2. So now the wonderful part of the game, everyone's most favorite part of the game, going to a hospital and researching birth records. You know, what people come to video games to do. Am I being too bitingly sarcastic? I don't know, maybe. Some would say I'm not being too sarcastic enough. I might say that, in fact. Oh, I see. Ugh. God. More than once I have spaced out because I was staring at the screen so long and I don't even notice the press any key to continue thing.
Please.
And that's just a loading screen. Oof. Even for you unabridged. Alright, so, here we go. So, subjects, patience. After the flood. There we go. I don't know why that's under therapy, but okay. Whiteley instead of Waitley. Hilarious. Date of birth, start of the flood, railway station, the intersection of Salvation Road and Moorland Road in Western Shells. Jesus. I do not envy those kids, because they're definitely monsters. Alright. I just grab this. So that's railway station, the intersection of Salvation Road, Moorland. Okay. Alright, Salvation, Western Shells, Salvation Road and Moorland Road. Yeah, they could just put the map on here put the thing on the map here for me. They just choose not to. Alright, and what is the other one we have to figure out? Alright. Oh, okay, so we have to go to the newspaper archive to find who found out about treasure. That's true. I mean, you're on a boat. I could see you getting super drunk after the flood. I mean, all of humanity was just wiped out, at least those who lived within about 50 meters of the shoreline, which, to be fair, was almost all of humanity at the time. Alright, I'm going to go grab something while we load up this. I will be right back. What's the meme?
July 1st is no excuse. Your cat knows. She trusts you. Do not let her down.
Do people hate fireworks? I don't know.
Maybe they mean leave her alone while you go away? It's really
I have a theory. Cats don't like direct light, and you took down the Canadian flag you use as drapes to
Or
celebrate
do they mean
Canada.
people
No.
move on July 1st?
Do people move on July 1st
I don't know.
and leave their cats behind?
I don't know.
No, I
I'm
don't
so
understand that meme at all.
confused.
Like, if that's a reference,
If anybody can help me with this, just
Yeah.
like let me know.
that'd be great.
I hate
So,
not understanding things. but that's
okay, here we go. So, once the water rises, so after the flood, commoners, current events, front page. There we go. Talk of Oakmont, Jimmy Price, a fisherman living in the boondocks in the Order cover side in Grimhaven Bay, has become famous sightings. Okay. I'll agree that it's quote-unquote pretty darn odd. Alright. 1 second. Then I will read that, because I love that Trevor Noah. Noah? How do you pronounce that? Ow. Coverside, Grimhaven, Coverside Bay. Sorry, Strandline, east end of Old Colony Road. Is this a strand line?
This game bores me and I'm not playing it.
Why would it bore you less if... Wait. Why would it... Like, that doesn't make sense.
Because I'm doing other things, but I'm still bored by it.
I see what you're
even though
saying.
other
Alright, let me
things
see.
are
Go.
nice.
Okay. Aww.
Yeah, it's cute.
Adorbs. Boom. Alright, so let's go and try and find this one first, because I don't know what the hell's going on with this nonsense. It's weird, like, there are these deadly areas that are full of beasts, and the game's like, hey, maybe you want to go adventuring in those, but all you can do is kill beasts for experience, and then get resources to replace the stuff you used killing the beast. So it's just a place to farm experience, which I don't really know how important that is. Yay, we're doing it! Okay, that's the Aurora Borealis. That's making me a little nervous. I mean, I know the end is coming quickly, but I feel like people should be a little nervous about the Aurora Borealis here in Oakmont, Massachusetts.
You know what makes me really sad about them bringing back the original cast of 90210?
Go.
The fact that it's only happening probably because Luke Perry's dead. Because Luke Perry and Shannon Doherty refused to work together again.
Oh. And when he died, she was like, okay, I'll do it?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't really an issue anymore.
Makes sense.
I hope that's not the truth, but I feel like it might be.
I don't know that
makes
map
me
screens are necessarily the problem on a bridge, but I understand that so many of these games are so frustrating in the way they use the map and use the size of their map against the player that I get why it would frustrate you somewhat. I just miss the days of, you know, concrete maps that you could affect but via gameplay. That's right, I'm talking about Saints Row. You know, taking over parts of town and you don't have to worry about those parts of town anymore, that kind of stuff. Also, maps that are easy to travel around without using fast travel. I'm not saying if the fact that you have fast travel in your game means you failed designing your map. But if you're asking me to spend a lot of the time skipping a bunch of the game, I'm not going to tell Lazy Writer what that was.
What?
Something creepy on screen you would have been upset by.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, that looks disgusting.
What is it?
Tim Hortons' new fireworks donut. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, that is
candy.
disgusting. Well, this wasn't such a chore. Alright, so where's the part of it I need to examine?
Still wet. Someone undressed in a hurry.
The Archie has been trapped in the storm. Dodge rocks don't leave the snub city or turn back to come ashore. Oh, Jesus.
Aw. Apparently Tom Holland, during his press for Spider-Man, saved a fan.
Good for him.
Which is great, except I hope he doesn't go the way Dean Cain did when he went and did that.
Yeah. Oh, God. Good work, guy. Did he grab the thing I'm here to reach? Because that would suck. Alright. K finger. The monolith has what I seek beneath the azure cloak. Yeah, what is the azure cloak? Oh, no, that's not it.
Still wet. Someone undressed in a hurry.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
No sign of a seal fragment on this side of the monolith. This isn't gonna be easy.
Please tell me what this azure cloak nonsense means. Yes. Let's find clues in his house. That's totally what I feel like doing right now. 100% unabridged. I love the fact that those games had, you know, parts of the town to take over with missions, and then once you've taken them over, you didn't need to worry about them anymore. I like
The door won't budge.
games where your open world adventures have concrete effects in the game world and change the way you play it.
Oop,
Please be careful.
sorry.
Alright. It is. Okay. Do fishermen really think of fish as prey? Or do they think of them as catch? They're not fish hunters, after all. Okay. Something smells fisky. Is fisky a word? I honestly don't know if fisky is a word. Oh, I bet they thought it was racist to say fishy with all the fish people in town, so they're using code words. Racist dog whistles, as it were. Clever thing to do, you jerks. So the only difference between this and the 8 other buildings I've found like this one doesn't have a boat in the middle of the room leading you up to this. I'm kidding, there it is right there. The first time I saw this, that there was a makeshift staircase made out of a boat to the second floor, I was like, oh, that's an interesting visual. I haven't seen that before. Then I saw it 800 more times.
You a local?
Live here for 30 years. I'm gonna die.
I need to get to the base of that rock off the beach.
So you're going to hell like everyone.
What do you mean?
The crew of the Archie. My family, all of them drowned.
Let's see if I've got it.
Then may I ask you for a favor?
Aww.
If you agree,
Won't it be difficult?
it's only been 2 days. aboard the rock. Like anything alive.
Oh, they call them Fisk here instead of fish. That's weird.
Now, give me the crosses.
Hey, bless you, mister.
I didn't get your name.
Jimmy Price.
It's been a while since I've met an ordinary person.
Well, nice to meet you,
Aww.
James.
They're buddies now.
Jimmy,
I don't know. I've lost it all now. I wonder if the mayor's making me repay for my greed. Taking that gold from its
Mare is how they say,
first the day I found
C.
the rock ring.
even if that were true, you couldn't have known.
Aww.
You ever think about what might be, Jimmy?
What? That's in, I guess, it's obvious. I want to hug my Rebecca one more time. I want to...
I want none of this to be real.
Sounds nice.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Take care.
Aww. We got buddies, everyone. Wait, if you gave me wooden crosses, how are they going to stay on the corpses? I seem to have found a plot hole in your game. Game. Oh, and they say skip instead of ship. That's fascinating. Damn right I've collected all evidence. Let's do this! Down to the depths. They always play the same down to the depths animation with you landing next to a car before hopping the rest of the way. You okay?
Yep.
Looks like you almost tripped on nothing.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't have to be worried?
Yep.
Well, that's comforting. I might anyway. Alright, now I just gotta find some corpses. We'll be good to go. Well, they're obviously not there. Here we go. You know, it seems like just a moment ago I was sneaking past this kind of nonsense to meet a Viking? Mayan priestess. And now I'm just trying to help give people a decent burial. Life takes some funny turns is what I'm getting at. And I was just killed by some deadly venting gas. Alright, what have we got here? Still no corpses. And again, objectives don't glow in detective mode because... Oh, it's this jerk again. Yeah, there's this jerk who swims by sometimes. He's like a tentacle beast. Like an octopus with 800 tentacles instead of the normal 8. Just a big old weirdo I'm not a fan of. Ew! Is no one concerned that she is tied to an artifact at the bottom of the ocean? No? Okay. Seems like that should have been the, Wait a second there. Ah! It's a tentacle dolphin. You know, just a regular everyday tentacle dolphin. He's kind of a dick. You'd think. But no, this tentacle dolphin seems to have an attitude problem. Okay, then I got killed. Ah! Alright, let's try that again. After a loading screen, I'm not saying I spent 10% of my time playing this game in loading screens, but that wouldn't be a huge exaggeration either. If it turned out the number was like 6-8%, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. I'd say it's unfair that they can sneak up on me like that, but I am underwater, and you can't really hear things well underwater. There we go. Perfect. Now that we know which way to go, we can just zip... Oh, wow, there was even a continue point when I got to the corpses. And it even recorded that I put that thing on the corpse. Wow. I am surprised at the super effectiveness of this game's checkpoints. So where's this jerk, the tentacle dolphin? Oh, there he is. Tell you what I'm going to do instead. I try and distract him with a flare. Go investigate that, you weirdo.
This is grotesque. I don't like the dead.
Are you saying they are not dead? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're dead, dude. He's not blinking. He's not trying to talk to me. I think he's just dead. Weird thing to say just then. I don't want to, you know, be cruel, but I feel like you may have misjudged this situation slightly. I'll take that tentacle cross now. Thank you kindly. You're right, it is a nightmarish activity. To pull yourself closer to the surface. Okay. Let's do this. We got two of the things now. Hopefully he's happy about me planting those crosses.
I found your family, Jimmy. Rest assured.
Thank you. Hopefully it will be easy. I'm sorry I asked you.
Oh, thanks. He gave me some bullets. What a nice dude. And experience points. So the funny part is, when you first go into this house at the start of the game, right? You're like, okay, I wonder what's going on here. And then you're here because a guy, a terrifying monkey man, got into a fight, and he smashed a hole in the wall and charged out of it. And then you have to track him down to see what happened, right? But then, like, every other time you find a building using that template in the game, it's got the exact same hole in the exact same wall in the exact same place. And I'm like, no, guys. Alright, the next one was the train yard. Where's the closest teleporter? Right here. Again, I'll never be too down on a game that lets you shoot members of the clan. And at least the game did that. What is going on with that lamp? This is a weird city, even by H.P. Lovecraft's standpoint. Okay. Phone booth Okudasai. Every now and then you'll find a cultist just kind of walking down the street, covered in tattoos, holding a bloody staff, and I'm like, as towns go, there's a good chance that this is the most religiously tolerant town in the history of America. And that is not something America is famous for, religiously tolerant town. Okay. All right. Here we go, everybody. Oh, I've been here before. It was weird. Alright, we're looking for a monolith where some triplets were born. I found the monolith. Hopefully it's not such an ordeal to get the key out of it this time. Oh, great, the place is full of monsters. Hey, you idiots. Stop fighting over that garbage. Can't believe I have to do that, but you're children, okay? Alright, so here's the thing. Supposedly there are monsters all around. What is this nonsense?
Definitely handmade. Looks like a piece of the monolith.
Cool. Right, that's cool.
Chipping off such a huge piece would require a lot of effort. You couldn't do this alone.
I concur. Surprised there aren't more monsters around.
The same pattern as on the monolith.
Oh, wait.
The chip looks fresh.
Okay. So these guys were hammering at the monolith when they got attacked.
The monster took a good bite out of this poor man. His own mother wouldn't recognize him now.
What's that over there, guys? More stones? Pieces of the monolith? Ah! I got so obsessed looking at a dead Gug, I didn't know a living one had sneaked up on me. What the hell? Okay, apparently there were 800 monsters. And I wasn't ready for any of them. Alright, now they're all going to meet my good friend, Mr. Thomas the Submachine Gun. Is there a guy in here with me? No, he just has the ability to hit through walls because this game isn't coded particularly well. Whew! That was stressful. I mean, I know there's another guy left, but that was stressful. Where'd he go? Right. Okay. So all of that, and I can't even examine the corpse. Machine gun bullets? No. Oh, there he is. Did I waste a bunch of bullets there? Yes. Did it make me happy to do so? Double yes. Okay, let's make just a whole bunch of machine gun ammo. Alright. Now, logic would suggest that because there were monsters everywhere, this is the way I was supposed to go. And can look forward to finding the secrets I'm in the search of here. That would be naive. The game is rarely that simple. The hell happened here?
Even this monstrosity couldn't survive being riddled with harpoons.
I'm gonna say it, that's pretty badass work, guys. Ah, here we go. Hey, Tamer, what's up?
Hurry! I think I heard something.
Okay. Oh, they got a giant piece of the rock.
Harder! Must have this piece of the stone. It's blessed.
First off, it's pronounced blessed, but okay.
The wild beasts smell us. Protect the stone! Time to figure this out. Harder! Must have this piece of the stone. It's blessed.
Okay.
I think I heard something. The wild beasts smell us. Protect the stone! A group of fanatics chipped off a piece of the monolith and got away with it. Apparently it was the one with the niche I needed.
Great. Any, Oh, what is that vision? Yes. No. He's saying hit it harder, not harder as a name. Yes, that is my vision that allows the character to see back into the past based on his observation about the area. Like, he makes observations based on everything he sees, and then he's like, okay, I can figure out what happens here. And so you go to the various places, you look at the corpses, and then you think, okay, here's what happened. And in order to move on to the next scene, you have to figure out what order in which things happen. Alright, well, where did they take it? Shouldn't I be able to follow some tracks? Also, just here's a question. How did they get a cart out of here? There's no doors anywhere. It's exactly like Batman Arkham. Yeah, no, it is quite explicitly designed to build around the Arkham series of games and their take on... here we go. Right there with you, buddy. And their take on being a detective. Except there they did a better job of letting you know where the item you were looking for was. Any of you guys see people carting a meteor around here? No? Okay. The game does not have jump scares, no. It is very jump scare light. There's a lot of gruesome stuff in it, there's a lot of gory stuff in it, but by and large there are no, like, suddenly the game yells at you moments. No. It's kind of slow, and that's a problem, but that's it. Yeah, I know that. I'm looking for the tracks. Like, I found... He says they used a cart to move it, so they must have left tracks, right? So let's look where that monster burst through the wall. No sign of tracks here. Zero sign of tracks over here. Lots of corpses, so that's good. Like, I can see they got into fights with monsters here, and that's great, but that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, the trailer said it was more of a... It made it seem like it was more of a mystery adventure. It really is more of an open-world exploration combat game that has Batman Arkham-style investigation scenes within it. There's there are no like distinct puzzles like you sometimes see in adventure games. I'm not showing you the best part of the game because most of the stuff you have to figure out are not this frustrating. He does. The main character is hearing voices and having bad dreams that have led him to this town. And I won't give you all of the details about that, but that is what is underlining his whole adventure here. I don't see any tracks. Does this game not know what tracks are? Excuse me, YouTube. Can you tell me where I know? Okay. It's entirely possible this game doesn't know what tracks are. Alright, I don't know why I climbed back here. The answer is to see if you could. Hey, nice. I managed to link around the back of this place. Oh. Not a real door. See, every other time I've had to... I'm going to go back to the main area and I'll tell you why. Every other time in the game I've had to follow somebody, I could go into dream mode, and the dream mode would, like, use a guy or a floating slug or a bird or something to tip me off on the direction I was supposed to go in. This time, there's nothing. And I have to assume that's because I didn't use my vision mode at exactly the right place at some point. But I can't say for sure. Because again, this is I'm showing off what is by far the weakest part of the game. There we go. Alright, so. First off, get the first aid kit. Inject myself a little healing juice. Grab the first aid kit. Alright, so here's where I finished off the deduction scene. There are the tracks. Okay, those are clearly tracks. Okay, apparently the tracks were super visible. I just didn't see them earlier. And they only go that way, right? Yes. Okay. So now we go to the other side of that wall, on the other side of the murdered slug creature. And there should be tracks. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't find these earlier. Oh, screw you, game. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's very Sherlock. Okay, here we go. Justice Street between Inner Shine Street and Warren Road. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. We found it, everybody. Yeah, it's a lot like their Sherlock Holmes games. I mean, they make the Sherlock games, and I like a lot of those games. Western Shells, Justice Street between Inner Shine... Okay, where the hell is Justice? Oh, it's Justice Street is right here. Inner Shine Street and Warren Street? Warren Road, so right there. Oh, Twitch is lagging? I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm not going to blame it entirely on my lady, who's definitely watching a TV show in the other room using streaming, but I wouldn't be surprised if that had some involvement. Alright. But yeah, it's a lot like their other Sherlock Holmes games, except with the open world stuff really doesn't work that well. There's not much to do in the open world, and it takes forever to get everywhere, so, you know. Put those two things together and you're in for a slog. Fun fact. Oh.
I hope they didn't smash the part I need. This statue is incredibly detailed.
Like, am I gonna have to shoot some dude? No, they all got turned into stone by screwing with the obelisk. As you do.
Damn. They actually try to chew that?
You know, for a detective, it's taking you a weirdly long amount of time to figure out what's going on here. Oh, weird.
I can't help myself. It's so delicious.
So they ate pieces of the stone and turned into monsters. Ah! So is that real or am I having a psychotic break? I think that's real. Although with this game it's actually pretty hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes you'll be like, a monster is definitely attacking me, and then nope, no, just a fantasy we're having.
I hope they didn't smash the part I needed.
I already searched there. Darn warping screen. Oh, they ate pieces of the mystic stone that they were trying to chop out. They thought it would give them its powers, but instead it just transformed them into stone and summoned some monsters using their, I have to assume, souls?
There you are.
Well, there's the piece of the stone I need. How do I get over there? Ah. Well, that's not right. And, yeah, here's how you enter the dream sequences. Once you've found all the key clues in an area, you will get to enter into a hypothetical past world that lets you figure out what order things happened in.
I'll lock you up so no one can interrupt. Let me take the key.
There you go.
We are honored to be the first to ascend. May this case gift free us from our bodily weaknesses and sins.
Okay. And where is the here it is.
At last our sentence is so close. We'll start immediately.
Okay. Let's see what we have here.
So obviously, they brought it in.
At last our sentence is so
She
close.
said, take that upstairs, and then the rest of us.
I'll lock you up so no one can interrupt.
And then they ate the food.
May this case
Nice.
gift free us from
Exactly.
our
They tried to get close to God using the stone. Okay, this was 2 and that was 3. That's fine. They tried to get close to God by eating the stone, and maybe that's what they did, but in any event, it didn't work out well for them.
We are honored to be the first to ascend. May this others await the ascension. I'll lock you up so no one can interrupt. Let me take the key.
So presumably the key is still on her corpse.
Here, partly eaten, and the leftovers were taken upstairs. The door was locked.
With you on that one, Tamer. Alright, let's go check out the books. Definitely know where the books are. Seriously, what books are you talking about? Ah, here. Boom. Oh, the key's literally sticking out the top of the book. That was not difficult. Hey, guys. Don't come to life and attack me, okay? I would appreciate it if you would not come to life and attack me. We good on that? Apparently we're good on that.
This must be put.
Well, we did it. Now, it's just a question of going down into the Lovecraft Ancient Undercity and wrapping this thing. Ah! Okay. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry the stream is giving you so much trouble.
Damn. They actually try to chew that. I hope they didn't smash the part I made.
Adorbs. Apparently I missed some pieces of evidence here, but I don't care. So let's just leave. Alright, here we go. Seal is complete. Now I can open the central monolith descent into Cathiganar. Good to know! Alright, let's go back to the central pillar. Oh my god, where is the closest? Okay, it's not that far away. I will say this, once you've unlocked all of the, in the first half of the game, getting around the city is a ridiculous ordeal, but once you've unlocked all the fast travel points, you're never more than like 3 blocks away from one, so it's not that bad. No, finishing side cases do not help the main case, you just get experience points and you unlock new costumes. That's all the side cases are for. The game does have multiple endings. I haven't completed them yet, but according to the main document, it has multiple endings. And obviously, at least one of the endings is going to be based around you letting out the old gods, and another of the endings is going to be about you keeping them locked away, because that's how all H.P. Lovecraft multiple ending stories end. I don't know if there are more than 2, though. I'm about to save and stop. We can check the trophy list if you'd like. If you consider that to be too much of a spoiler, we absolutely will. I would have to imagine the city is going to sink if you open up the gates and let in the old gods. That's going to be what sinks the city. And if you don't, presumably the waters will recede. Or the city might sink either way. It's not 100% clear. Pardon me? Not the bold events of Napoleon's attack the French pirates, or who don't. No, Jack. Oh, Bruce Campbell. You had 2 different TV shows you were the star of. And it just didn't work out for you. I wonder if he's had any other pilots that didn't go. Because I remember he famously had... They made that movie Tin Cup into a TV show, and he was the star of it. And it never went anywhere, but... I wonder if that's happened to him a bunch more times. I'm just hoping he made good money on that burn notice. Well, I don't like the sound of that. Apparently, since I've been gone, a bunch of monsters appeared. Hey, let's reload the Tommy gun. Hey, Spiderling. You're the cutest. Not a fan of your uncle, though. There we go. In an amazing coincidence, I happen to be, like, ready for this fight, because there's actually a health potion right there. There we go. Oh, healed myself just as I was taking damage. That actually worked out pretty. The monster movement, I will admit, is a little buggy. Especially when they get near walls, they tend to clip through walls. I don't know if you saw that, but his his body was completely visible through the stairs. They also clip through doors. I once had to fight one of the hoppers, and I killed him by just hitting the bit of his head that poked through the door over and over again. It didn't feel fair, but I didn't care, because he was a monster. Sounds like there's another monster around here somewhere. I guess not. Anyway, let's get to it. I believe we have an undersea temple to open up. There'll be no accusations. Just friendly crustaceans. Under the sea. We did it! It would not... I don't know that it's an outright flop. I was expecting, because of Frogware's pedigree, that it would be notably better than Call of Cthulhu, and it just isn't. It's about the same level of quality. It's just the guys who made it are good at detective games, but they're not good at open world games, and they sure as hell aren't good at the kind of combat this game has. And you put all that together, and you get a game that has its issues. It's not BioShock. It's just a guy in a wetsuit. That's fine. Not a wetsuit, a pressure suit. BioShock doesn't own the right to pressure suits. Come on. Okay, let's do this. Then we'll stop as we get to the city. I wonder if these green underwater flames are lighting the way to the city. Nice. Whoa! Hey, buddy! I just fought a conceptual dust-based version of you upstairs. Ah! Whoa! He didn't mind that as much as I thought he should have. I really don't like this guy. Oof. I will not say that their strength has ever lain in graphics. I would agree with you on that front. But again, they've always been story-focused, and the story of this game is pretty solid. It's an interesting remixing a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft stuff. There we go. He is one ugly MFer. Ah! It's a tentacle dolphin. These guys are the worst. Where the hell did he go? What is even happening anymore? Yeah, those are the two kinds of monsters in the game. There's also a bunch of different humans you can wind up fighting. Whoa! Am I really supposed to jump down? I'm really supposed to jump down there. Oh, good. Remember Tentacle Jerk from earlier? Now there's two of him. These guys aren't pissed at me or anything, are they? Here's what I'm going to do. Just for fun, I'm going to fire a flare way up there and see if they want to... Okay, I think they're fine. I don't think they're mad at me. Well, that wasn't a good sound. There have been some weird undersea places in the game. I didn't watch much of the trailer. I don't like to have stuff spoiled for me. But, of course, the trailer was mostly cinematic, so... But yeah, we've gone to some pretty weird places well underwater. Giant caves, Mayan temples, things like that. It's honestly, like I said, it's not a bad game. It's just not up to the level that I was hoping it would be. And we did it, folks. And we're now reaching the part of every game where, in the last tiny bit of the game, you go on a psychic journey through self-discovery through earlier parts of the game. So that's going to be a perfect place to call it, because I don't want to spoil the entire ending here on the day when the game came out. But yeah, my capsule comment about Sinking City is obviously not as good as it could have been. a disappointment in a bunch of ways. I really would have liked the open world stuff to be dialed back. I think they could have streamlined the investigations to make it more fun. There's bugginess to the combat. Oh yeah, no, we're ending the stream now, Tamer. We're wrapping up the stream now. Should make that clear. Yes, and then we will be back here tomorrow at 9 or maybe 8:30 for the Wednesday night stream where we're going to be playing. I was using game capture. What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Oh no, I record the game on the game capture, but I find that the streaming software from game capture is buggy as hell and constantly drops frames. Is it? I don't know what time I am. Greenwich Mean Time minus... I guess I'm -4 or -5. You're welcome, Gimpy. I'll be back tomorrow with maybe a little bit more of this if I want to show off people the various costumes and, you know, machine gunning dudes, because that's kind of fun. But we're generally going to be back playing more Atelier Lulua, which is a badass experience. Totally fine, Tamer. I will see you around, and I'm here most nights at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Oh, I did not realize it was work time where you were. Although if you're GMT plus 7, I completely get that, because it's already like, what? 10 a.m. there? So, I apologize for intruding on your work day. Seriously though, tomorrow, more Atelier. We'll finish off that hidden object game we were playing, and then we will see what we're going to be playing soon. I'll see y'all back here for that, but until then, I'd just like to say thanks to everybody who dropped by the stream, and of course, au revoir.